gas it like petroleum. Should probably bring the sodium, you salty. Ripper's Rats Part 4 though, I gotta show those what would happen, I kick it solo. Had a Fogo and it's the proto that step up to the podium. No gas it like petroleum, should probably bring the sodium, you salty. So you bite up off the audio, retarded, that's why you targeted. Plus you got a sorry flow, I used to party from the dirty D to the barrio. Now I build my audience, focusing doing cardio. Running laps around you, I don't have to pound you. Watch your mouth do it, rather wrap a circle around you. If it came down to catching around in the battle mode, I saddle your ego, cause you and I are not compatible, get out of here. I know it sucks and it's sad to hear, you and I ain't even in the same stratosphere. You weak, the epitome, you see defeat. Truth be told, don't belong within 100 feet of me. So get your mind right, not in my hindsight. Don't like the limelight, so I strike when the time's right. This is my fight, but I might be defined by 99 likes when I'm grabbing my mic and I'm within my rights to body beats. I gotta be in your head like lobotomy. You got a lot to see, I'm possibly a prodigy. Hop on beats like a wallaby. Don't follow me or copy me, I'm the guy that you try to be. But you can't mimic this cause you're not kin of this, and it's my sentiments. Be a disappearing act, you an idiot, and bro, I'm serious. Need to hurry up, see you tearing up. I put fear in you cause you inferior, period. You got a lot of problems and I gotta solve them. I don't coddle them. I don't get excited, I get inside of his mind and got to fighting him. Need to take his vitamins. I'm prime like the optimist. It's optimal, I got to blow up. The number of fake babies, we got an overflow. And they sell it soul to the labels, they bending over for. They broke us a joke and they steady falling for okey doke. We know he's so poor, but he blind and he don't know the ropes. I don't know why you would be stunting in public. You don't own either your masters or publishing, so if the album charts, you ain't saying nothing of it. You a puppet and you love it. You I just telling you, tuck it, you a sucker. Defeat him cause I'm unbeatable. He the one that say he the one that get eat upon. Feed upon, I compete with them easily. It's like either some diligently and evil one appease them and succeed in the fact that I'm even able to hop on the beat and do the stuff. Who the thunk? I make the punks look like chumps. Only doing this part time, I'm better than all y'all. Crazy that I'm frontin' the metal band. Yeah, let me speak on that one time for the one time. It's the new grind that these new timers and metal ass try to do rhymes and they hella whack, need to stop that. And other cats I ain't not soft, but backwards get compared to y'all by default. Rhyming behind the sort of guitars and dumbos, think it's the same, it's lame. I've been in the game and put them to shame if I got to. I am not you, I'm more complex, you a haiku. It's impossible to be me, so you should stop, dude. I don't knock you, giving a try or a shot, fool, but when I move, it's different. You hearing it, I rap cause I'm feeling it. Your raps don't even take it serious, you a joke, you blow. It done and appears to be limited vocabulary, rhymes elementary. Listen to your track, it's the proof. Look, rhyme scheme sound like a page on Dr. Seuss book. You the bottom of the basic totem polling. Couldn't even rap a Nickelodeon slogan. Give you the works, it has the perks to not cursing your verse. I'm hot for what it's worth, you right. And I ain't trying to be cocky, go inflated would not be. I just don't like the fact you make rap sound whack, man. This is legitimately an art form. I know you do it to be trendy, but it's not funny when you be a crash dummy for the sake of making money that you don't even see. Please listen to me. That was Ripper's Raps, Part Photo. You know, we said in the first rap, you know, we get all these comparisons to all these other bands because you fools don't know the difference between somebody just rhyming the end of their bars on a song than a guy that's actually spitting. So going forward, don't compare me to any of these fools. Backwards album coming soon.
Fair use. The views and opinions of Jay and Cannon do not represent the views of any studio, actor, or whiny fanboys. Warning, there are spoilers. It's handled. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Hopefully everybody else funnels back in. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm joined.
Except for them scammers or whoever they was.
I don't know what the hell was going on with that. You know what I mean? Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a wonderful day. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I hope a wonderful Mother's Day. We had a nice day here in Maryland. It was 70 degrees. It was sunny. It was nice. Man. But we got a whole lot of shit going on, like I said in the last, for the first attempt of the stream. We got a lot of shit going on in the world right now. We need a little distraction right now. So why not? We talk about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I took my son to see this movie on Friday for his birthday. So his birthday was Wednesday, right?
Oh, okay.
He wanted to see, for Wednesday I took him to see Bad Guys, right? That was with the, Big Bad Wolf stuff. That was a cool little movie. And then he said he wanted to see the Multiverse of Madness. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I bought tickets. I think like Sunday night or something like that, just to make sure we had tickets. And then after that, I bought you know, all the movie, the popcorn, the soda, and all that other stuff. You know, yo, going to the movies now with your family, bro.
Expensive.
$150.
Oh, that.
Like $150. It was
You gotta
$75.
get a VIP subscription.
Yeah, it was $75 just for tickets, bro. Like,
You didn't have the VIP?
nah, we don't.
What cinema is that? Regal?
AMC.
What you got?
AMC.
But they got the VIP program?
Yeah, but I gotta like, it's for one person, right? Like $20.
No, you can have your wife fill out the little you gotta finagle the system. Have your wife sign up for the little free month system, and then come back in. Have your brother,
okay,
dad, your pops. Yeah, have the whole family get in the action and bring them through. I mean, I bring all of us in there, and we run about and use the app too. You get on the app and use that one.
Just go in there and finesse the system, huh? I hear you. Anyway, if you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon to let people know that we live. Ah, man, hit that like button. Please share this stream out. Let's get these people back into the chat. We had a nice little crowd coming in here before all the nonsense. We even had the sex bots coming in.
Yeah.
We even had the sex bots coming in. That's crazy, right? Man,
Right.
Look, Jabari Judah said he joined in for the first time in a while. What's up, Jabari? I'm happy you in here, bro. Happy
Welcome
you
in,
here.
Jabari.
So I got the poll up. You know, I want to know in your opinions, guys. Was Multiverse of Madness worth seeing in your opinion? You know, how you feel about it? You know, I'm gonna tell you this one thing, yo. My wife wasn't feeling it. She wasn't feeling it. And it got.
Was she a horror fan though?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Like, she wasn't really a horror, but it wasn't that. You know, and I was trying to tell her Sam Raimi, that's what he does. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Dark Man.
Right. You know, I was trying to tell her, like, he's kind of, you know, he's dark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but she wasn't feeling it, bro. So it was more to, you know, we'll get into it. When we get to that part, we'll talk about that. So check it, guys. It's spoilers. So I just want to let you guys know. So if you haven't seen the movie, we going to spoil some shit for you. You know what I mean? Anyway, so let's get into it. So the movie starts off as, you know, Doctor Strange and America Chavez, they're running through this like pocket dimension. Like I think, you know, we find out later in the movie he created this pocket dimension for this book, right? That's where you hit this book that would help him beat, you know, the dark magic book. Can't remember what the shit was called.
Yeah, the book of Vishita or something like that.
Yeah, some shit like that. So we come in on that. So if I wasn't there on time for the movie, I'd have thought I was late. You know.
Oh yeah, because it seems like it's way in the middle of something.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah, this nigga's in the middle of some shit. So it shows them jumping across, you know, these landings and shit like that, right? So they got to get to this. They got to get to this book, and this monster's chasing them. This demon's chasing them. So they get close to the book. The demon stabs Doctor Strange in the leg. So it seems like once he stabs Doctor Strange in the leg, it starts to kind of, I guess, take over his body. Kind of like on some Walking Dead shit. Like his limbs start kind of, you know, turning into some shit. And the whole point of it was he was trying to beat this monster, and he needed to get America Chavez away from it because she was like she had some special powers that everybody wanted. We'll leave it like that for right now. When it got to the point where he didn't think he could win, he tried to take her powers from her. And then she got all scared and shook up, and then I guess that activated her powers, and then this big ass star pops up, and she was able to jump into he was able to push her into another dimension, along with himself essentially, and this monster apparently, and it ultimately ended up in the universe that we know.
616.
616. The universe we know. That's what, you know, our Doctor Strange, essentially. Doctor Strange from Endgame, and Doctor Strange, you know, from the New York that we know. You know. So after that, Doctor Strange, he wakes up. So apparently it looked like, I guess in the movie, it looked like Doctor Strange was dreaming. Like he woke up from a dream. Then he gets up, he gets ready. Then we find out he's at the wedding of his ex. And which is an odd time because he starts professing his love to her after she's already married. He's there at the reception and shit, and he's professing his love to her. And as he's doing that and gets turned down, he hears people screaming from the street. So he looks out of the balcony and he sees people getting tossed around, people running, but he can't see what it is. So he jumps over the balcony, gets his cloak out. Boom.
Trying to show out. Yeah. Trying to show out for the ladies.
Trying to show out for the ladies. He straight was stunting. He was flexing, yo. It was a humble flex on his jumps over.
Like this is what I do.
This is what I did. He downed his martini real quick, and he jumped over the joint. So
he changed the girls. He said, "Let me get you a drink, right? Or let me get that drink for you, right?" And he changed the drink into something.
Yeah.
And into a wine or something, right?
Whatever she was looking for to do it. So that was his ex from the original movie.
Yeah.
So he gets down there. He still can't.
Is it McAdams?
Rachel McAdams. Yeah, I think that's who she is. So so they get down to the street. He still can't see what the hell's happening, but this bus is levitating in the air. So he does the spell and he sees the whatever the monster is. He also can see that America Chavez is in the bus trying to hide from it. So he saves her. They take the monster out, right? And then he looks at her like, "Do I know you?" Because he just seen her in his dream. So he think he's dreaming, but she kind of informs like, "Nah, you wasn't dreaming. You was seeing through the eyes of your doppelganger, essentially."
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? You were seeing through the eyes of your doppelganger. And then he wanted her to prove it, so she took him to the corpse of the doppelganger, right? So he buries himself because it's him. So it's a version of him. So he buries himself. He's all excited, not excited, but he's kind of baffled that the multiverse exists and all this other stuff, right? Now I got all nerded out because I enjoy the multiverse, right? In any movie, I don't care what it is. When they start talking about multiverse and alternate dimensions and shit like that, I like that stuff, right? Now, when it comes to Marvel, I think is being lazy about it because they're using it to justify. I think they're using it to justify.
Was it RetroCon everything?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
They can say they can have different characters, however they want them. They could have a million different versions of Nick Fury if they wanted to.
Yep.
An Asian one, a female one, whatever they want to do, whatever they want to pull.
Hasselhoff
it becomes like
back and play Fury.
Right. David Hasselhoff will come back and because that gives them an excuse to. So then that does if done haphazardly, right? Mm-hmm. Then it'll be a real lazy move. Right. Then the writers can just be like, oh, we're just gonna what if every single Marvel movie. So if one movie fails or has some jacked up stuff, they could be like just like they did with X-Men and be like, nah, that forget that movie. That didn't really happen.
Right.
That was some alternate universe, dream sequence, whatever.
Yeah. So exactly. And that's the thing that I think they're doing with it. Like I think they're trying to use it to justify the mutants, right? So they're going to use it to bring over X-Men. They're going to use it to bring over the Fantastic Four. They're going to use it to change genders and ethnicities on characters because they did it with Captain Marvel in this movie.
Right.
You know what I mean? So in this movie, Captain Marvel ended up being her friend, the pilot from her movie, right?
Yeah, from No Time to Die.
From No Time to Die, yeah, the new James Bond. You know what I mean? She ended up being Captain Marvel. So and they can easily write that shit off and saying it was, this is she's from another universe. She's not the Captain Marvel of the universe we know, or the Marvel universe we know. She's Captain Marvel from another universe. So that's how they was playing it. You know what I mean? Then they had Captain Carter, which I'm like, damn, they playing up on this what if shit, ain't they?
Right.
You know what I mean? But anyway, so
excuse me.
No problem. So the whole movie, so the thing that I was like, for me, the movie, right? I wasn't aware that America Chavez even ever had those powers. Right?
Oh, punching holes
through the fucking.
So America Chavez has this power where she punching holes to create portals to jump into these other dimensions in the movie.
Right, exactly. And I feel like she didn't have those powers before. I feel like they gave them to her just for this movie. Now I'm not sure. Somebody in the chat can correct me on that, right? But I feel like
I'm not.
I feel like she didn't.
I'm nowhere near up to date on America Chavez's lore. I don't know what
Right.
comic she's. I don't know what comic book she's from.
Me either. Isn't she a newer character? Is she?
I'm
I
not
don't
aware.
know if she's.
I'm not up to date on it.
Right.
On her.
I feel
Some of the other characters, of course, yeah, but not her.
You know what I mean? Here we go right here. Look at this shit from CNN. Let me bring this over here. Share it with you real quick. Can you see it?
I thought that. So
this is
I thought that it was just her parents was that way. It's her too.
right. So look at this. This is from April of 2017. America Chavez is Marvel's lesbian Latina superhero.
All right.
Punching, throwing across dimensions wasn't enough for her. I guess so. I guess that is the.
She always
that
did have the power
to punch across dimensions.
Okay.
I just thought she was strong, and like, you know, she had like, I didn't know she could actually jump through dimensions and shit like that. You know what I mean? Which was interesting to me. But yeah, so like in the movie, right? You know, when she's telling her fucking, for lack of a better term, she's telling her origin, and she goes, "Yeah, my mom's." You know, and they show the two mothers and shit, and you hear, I'm not lying, yo, you hear the audience go, "Oh," like here we go.
Oh,
with
it
this
did.
shit. Right? So I'm like, oh damn. My wife looking over at me like, really? Did he really got to do this? You know what I mean? But I'm like, you know, in the comic, it's actually, I guess that's how they play it, right? You know, I guess the world she came from was nothing but women. Kind of like Wonder Woman, I guess, for lack of a better term, or some shit like that. But you know, the whole after.
Cause I'm confused about the world that she was from, because I didn't know if it was supposed to be called the utopian world or what it was called.
Right, that's the thing. I wasn't sure about that either. Like they did. There was no character development for her whatsoever. You know, now in certain aspects, I feel like you need some kind of brief history of a character. Like now, with the exception of like Spider-Man, because like every Spider-Man movie they made, with the exception of this new Spider-Man, every movie was just the origin story. Like we know enough about the origin story. He got bit by a spider and became Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But with this right here, with America Chavez, like they didn't really give her any type of origin story, which I'm assuming they're gonna give her own movie. I'm assuming.
Think so?
Yeah, I think they're gonna give her own movie for real. So, you know what I mean? So my man Boss Hogg said that she always had those powers. Right? Marsh Next Manhunter, what he's talking about? Marsh Next Manhunter, dang, we ain't get time to watch it already. Hey, y'all, I said it was spoilers, y'all. It's always spoilers, you know what I mean? Boss Hogg says she's from the utopian parallel. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's correct.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So, they buried the old Doctor Strange, or the Doctor Strange from wherever the fuck she came from. And then he goes and he's like, we need another Avenger that's had some experience with this alternate universe shit. So he goes to Scarlet Witch. Right? The Scarlet Witch is played by, what's her name? Something Olsen. She's Mary-Kate and Ashley's sister. What's her name?
Oh, Elizabeth Olsen.
Elizabeth Olsen, thank you. So,
yeah.
You know, so she's played by Elizabeth Olsen, right?
Right.
I think she's a pretty good actress. You know what I mean? I just wish they could, which they probably will do with the retconning and using this alternate universe type shit. You know, where they'll go to a universe where she is Magneto's daughter. You know what I mean? Along with Quicksilver being Magneto's son. And they'll probably run it like that. But so Doctor Strange goes to Scarlet Witch and asks for her help. Says, I got this girl, you know, she can travel through dimensions, and somebody's after her, and we need to protect her. Trying to find out is this bitch.
Yeah, because she said Because if you remember the eye octopus that was in there in New York, that was kind of my favorite scene in the whole movie.
Mhm.
The eye octopus.
Yeah.
The eye octopus that was in New York had the little magical runes
Yeah.
on it
Right.
that the Scarlet Witch had put on that thing.
Yeah.
To make it go around doing crazy stuff in order to find the girl.
Right.
Or attacking everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So, she had her little apple tree or whatever the fuck she was growing, and it was all another illusion. She broke the illusion because what happened was is that she mentioned America's name before Doctor Strange even had a chance to tell her.
Right.
Gave it away. So she was like, "Well, fuck it."
She wasn't slick.
No, she wasn't slick at all. However, Doctor Strange was like, "No, I can't let you have her, right?" And
Yeah.
the whole purpose that Scarlet Witch wanted the kids, in which honestly, all you needed to do was watch WandaVision, to be honestly, to get ready for this movie. I don't think nothing had to do with Spider-Man, No Way Home, or none of that shit. Everything had to do with fucking WandaVision in this movie.
Yeah. I thought there was going to be some kind of tie-in to some of this other stuff, but it never did.
Right. No, it was no tie-in. There was one tie-in toward the end, and that was about it. But if you've seen WandaVision, it's just Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is just WandaVision the movie. That's it.
Yeah, they should have. When they released WandaVision, what they should have done was release this first,
Right.
and then the Spider-Man after that, because this is more seems it's more like it's in line with that other thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna see a little Loki shit going on because of variants and shit like that.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, "Where's Loki at?" And it was no Loki.
Right, the Watcher. I'm thinking we're gonna see it.
Right. Or what's the new character? The new villain's name? I forgot. It's the new.
Oh, Kang the Conqueror.
Kang.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I think we're gonna see all this shit. Like, okay, all right, they're gonna incorporate all this shit. It's gonna be lit. No, it's fucking WandaVision. The movie is what this shit was. Because the whole reason she wanted America Chavez was to take her power so she can go to a dimension where her sons were living. Right? That's the whole fucking plot of the movie. Man, I tell you, before I keep going, if you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon to let you know when I got new content coming out. If you're catching the replay, hit the, leave me with a comment. Tell me how I'm doing. If you're in the chat right now, let's get vocal, people. Let me know what y'all thinking. So check it, right? So she asked the whole part of the movie, the whole premise of the movie is that she wanted this girl's power so she can go to a dimension where her kids were living, right? Because we know in WandaVision, she was sad as fuck because she had created a world and she created these kids out of magic and shit like that. And when she got rid of that world, when she let it go and let those people off the leash, she lost her children. You know what I mean? So, what's Boss Hog saying? He said the setup was in the dialogue for the future. If you know the comics, is that right, yo? See, like I'm not all the way up on Scarlet Witch's comic books and shit like that. I try to read comic books I try to read comic books as much as I can, not as much as I did like back when I was a kid. So a lot of this stuff is kind of new on me for real. But what I could tell, the shit was just WandaVision. But like I said, so Doctor Strange takes her to that temple. The Carmitage or whatever it is.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
and he think he could hide her there. And Scarlet Witch is like, yo, everything I've been doing is a fucking courtesy. It was a courtesy of me not coming after her myself. Right? So they're trying to hide her at the Carmitage, and they get ready to battle the Scarlet Witch. She get there and just fucking lays waste to everybody.
Yeah. Where were they at? Were they in China or somewhere?
I don't know, like Tibet or some shit like that. I'm not sure.
they were in like an Asian spot. It seemed like in what's his name, Hong. was one of the
yeah, Wong.
stronger sorcerers. Wong, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wong was one of the stronger sorcerers, and he was trying to protect. And so they were all guarding with that shield
Mhm.
when Scarlet Witch showed up, and she started breaking the concentration of the one of. She was looking for who's the weakest
Yeah.
of the shield holders, so she could break their shield to get into them.
And wouldn't you know that it was the white man?
Oh man.
She looking through all them people and
Who's
she's
weakest?
just the white
Yeah,
man. Let's get him right here.
They have Asian, a lot of Asian sorcerers, and it's the one white sorcerer
One white
messes things up.
He was the weak link.
He wasn't holding the line, Sparta
Right.
with them shield.
Right.
He was the one that wasn't holding the shield right.
Right.
He was new.
Yo hauled ass.
He was like, man, this is my first day on the job, man. Y'all messing me up like this, make me look bad.
Oh man. So once she got through that fucking force field, she just laid waste to everybody. And they still trying to keep her at bay. So they try to, they jump to another dimension.
Yeah. She even killed the anamorphic bull sorcerer.
Yeah. I forgot what that. I feel like that bull. What's that bull from? I feel like it's from like
Dragon Ball Z.
Beta Ray Bill or some shit like that. Like the ones from Beta Ray Bill shit.
I was surprised to see a animal human hybrid type being on the Marvel screen, other than Rocket Raccoon, but I didn't know anything about that bull.
Yeah, my man Boss Hog on it, yo. He said her name was Rentra. My man.
Who?
My man Boss Hog on it. He know his shit. I hear you, bro.
Oh, the bull?
Yeah.
The
Matter of
bull
fact,
looks pretty
Boss
cool.
Hog, if you wanna call in, let me know, yo. I'll send you the number to call in, and you can chop it up with us.
Rentra.
Yeah, Rentra.
Appreciate.
You know what I mean? He said he know it all. Yeah, if you want to jump on, let me know. I'll send you the number so you can call in with us, yo. But yeah, so you had Rentra. Well, send me your email or whatever. If you got my Twitter or something like that, and I'll send you a link or whatever. It's up to you. But yeah, so she lays waste to them. They jump to another dimension. This dimension, they were trying to find. They were trying to find the Doctor Strange in that dimension, right? I don't think he existed, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, the next place they went to?
Yeah. So I don't think he existed in that dimension.
They went to Earth 838, I think, right?
Yeah, Earth 838, but their Doctor Strange didn't exist, right? So
no, he got killed by Thanos, or that?
No.
They told him they got.
He
killed
said
by
he
Thanos,
got
right?
killed fighting Thanos, right? So he goes in there, and Mordo is the Sorcerer Supreme.
Right.
So we know that.
He give him a big old hug.
Right. Give him a big old hug, because we know that Mordo in our dimension, or our Marvel universe that we know, Mordo doesn't like Doctor Strange. He wants to do him in. This Mordo actually likes him, but he's wary of him because of what their Doctor Strange did. So come to find out, their Doctor Strange didn't die fighting Thanos. Their Doctor Strange used dark magic to beat Thanos, and then the shit overtook him. So they had to kill him. They had to kill
the
their
Darkhold.
The Darkhold. Yeah.
He used the Darkhold.
He used the Darkhold to beat Thanos, and he had to kill him, right? So they had to kill him. So he slip a little Mickey in they drink, right, and get them knocked out. They wake up in these fucking in these little cells or whatever. Next thing you know, come out and he tell Doctor Strange, like, our leaders or whatever he said will see you now.
Yeah, the ill naughty.
Right. He's like, who your Avengers? And then he's like, no, the illuminated ones. We gonna keep it like that. So he goes into this chamber. Then like the whole fucking theater erupts, right? The whole theater erupts. They see he talking shit, and then you just see the Captain America fucking look like the Captain America shield bounce off the fucking wall in front of his face and goes back. Come to find out, it's Captain Carter. Right? I said, okay, well, all right, well, got Captain Carter. Everybody started tripping out because I guess everybody in the theater must have seen the What If series or some shit like that, right? So after that, Mordo starts to, I guess, introduce everybody, or they all start saying shit to Doctor Strange, and then you see Captain Marvel, but you don't see the Captain Marvel we know. You see the black girl, the Captain Marvel, the girl that plays 007. I can't remember her name. Venture comes from who? The William Blake mythology. Okay. My man Martian Next Manhunter in the building. So let me see where I'm at. So they start talking. So everybody start tripping out because they got
Mr. Fantastic.
No, Captain Marvel. You got Captain Marvel. So everybody's all excited about that shit. Then Mordo goes and the smartest man in the world, and then this fucking Mr. Fantastic, which I ain't gonna lie, I was excited to see that. And
I was like, oh, okay.
And who's playing?
John Krasinski.
Yeah, John Krasinski's playing Mr. Fantastic. I like him as a actor.
Yeah, he's been working out to get these superhero roles.
Yeah.
He was all hunched over and stuff in the office and everything.
Right. And
then he's the new Jack Ryan.
Right. He's a new Jack Ryan. He was in 13 Hours. And now he's Mr. Fantastic, right? And then
put in the work.
Yeah. And there was the other guy named Black Bolt with the tuning fork.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he wasn't doing much talking. But you got the Black Bolt, right? So and then the big reveal comes out. After everybody's in there going after him, here come Professor X in the fucking wheelchair. Not the fucking bullshit wheelchair that they got in all the fucking X-Men movies. He got the fucking 1992 X-Men the animated series wheelchair. Right? I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Everybody loses their mind in the theater. Professor X. It was already rumored that he was in the movie. Yeah, exactly, Boss Hog. Yeah, he talks, they die. So, man, so Professor X says, we need to tell him the truth. And what happened to the Doctor Strange in their universe. And like we said before, Doctor Strange in their universe, he used the Darkhold to beat Thanos, but, it had a hold on him. That's why they called it the Darkhold. And he did some shit, and they was like, we gotta get rid of him. So Black Bolt whispers, "I'm sorry," or some shit like that, and this fucking disintegrates him with his eviscerates him with his voice, disintegrates him. You know what I mean? Like a loud ass Thanos snap.
Yeah.
That shit was like, I'm sorry, and this shit just started amplifying, so he wasn't even there no more. Like, you can see on their faces, I guess they could see his skin and all this shit ripping and all this other stuff. Like, damn, you couldn't have just shot this nigga? Like, yeah. It's like, wouldn't that be torture? You know what I mean? But they got rid of him that way. That's why they didn't trust him. The 616 Doctor Strange. So he was trying to tell him and warn him, like, yo, shorty coming.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch is bad. You don't know what you're up against.
Right. She know how to possess her doppelganger in any dimension, and she coming. Right? And they was like, are we ready for her? And she went in there and so in that universe, Ultron was there, but Ultron was just the AI. He wasn't the Ultron that we know. He was just like Jarvis, essentially.
Yeah, and I thought that was a pretty cool nod to the Ultron thing. I thought that was cool.
Even
cool how they integrated them.
Yeah, even the androids look like, or the robots look like the Ultron from the fucking comics. It was just kind of dope. So she come in there and she just start killing everything. She pissed, right? She got chase y'all now and she pissed. She come in there and just start killing everything, laying waste to everything. Nothing stopping her.
It went straight into the Sam Raimi horror genre right then with the screeches, the sound of her voice coming from everywhere, screaming and stuff. It was like the Evil Dead. We had Bruce Campbell in the movie too.
Yeah, we did. Yep.
From the Evil Dead series.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there like, and this is where my wife was completely just turned off to the movie at that point.
Oh, it got too horror-y?
It got too horror-y and it got too dark for her. So she killing everything. She come through the door. She got what looked like, I guess it could be confused with like oil, but it looked like, it almost looked like blood. And she just,
I thought it was blood.
It was just
dry blood on her, wasn't it?
No, it was oil. It was just the oil from the robots, I guess. And because that's all she was killing. That's all she was destroying at the time was the robots. I don't think it was any humans really she was getting busy with them. So she ain't started getting busy with nobody until Captain Marvel Mr. Fantastic, Black Bolt, and Captain Carter went to confront her. So they get there, they think they big shit. Like we got you surrounded, and Mr. Fantastic tried to do a flex, like one word from him, and it's over essentially. And she was like,
gave away the secret.
Right. And she was like, "Well, what mouth?" Right. So then he's like,
Yeah.
So I guess he panicked and he said some shit, or like
in his
he
mouth,
screeched,
like,
and blew the whole side of his fucking head. Or he just did a bow, and then he just was. It was the wrap for him easily. So then everybody, they start trying to fight her. Mr. Fantastic, he throw a punch at her, try to hit her from like a mile away, whatever the fuck he was trying to do, and then she just fucking unraveled him like a fucking rubber band and killed him immediately. Just effortless. The thing I didn't understand though, because she killed the two men effortlessly, but she had trouble beating Captain Carter and Captain Marvel.
Oh, for a little bit.
They actually was giving her a run, and I'm like, you fucking kidding me? So Black Bolt, she took care of him immediately.
Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic, she took care of him immediately. Captain Carter just on steroids, and she had an issue with her and Captain Marvel. That was some agenda there for me. Like, they wanted to make the women look more powerful than the men, essentially, in my opinion. Right?
It made me feel super empowered too.
Even my wife was like, "Really?" So,
but yeah, she still got. What she say? I can do this all day. Yeah. Obviously not though.
Nah, because after she said that shit, like 30 seconds later, she was done.
Bloop.
Done. Captain Marvel, done. Right?
Yeah,
she got all the powers and shit done. And then she off to go find. She wasn't letting nothing stop her from getting to that girl. So then she gets scared again because she had them cornered and she had them dead to rights at the time. She got scared again, and America Chavez opens up a portal. That's the thing I didn't get. Like, she didn't understand her powers at all. It's only when she got scared that she could open a portal. And like Doctor Strange pushes her through the portal, and he goes through with her, and then they end up in that one dimension where it was like nothing made sense. It looked like remember in Inception?
Oh yeah.
What was it called?
Mirror. They went into the mirror dimension.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, the mirror.
Was it like everything? Nothing made sense where they was at. Like shit was upside down, and like fucking Big Ben was on the beach and shit.
Yeah, it was unraveling. It was unraveling the time continuum or something like that in that little spot that they were at, which is kind of like supposed to be something like Earth 19999 in a way, which is like the original name for Earth 616.
Yeah. So hold on, Marsh Next Manhunter says, William Blake's mythology is his version of Greek mythology mixed with his political views and his philosophy of spirituality. So Ventra is William Blake's version of the Minotaur from Greece. Okay. And Boss Hog says, Cannon, you missed the Mr. Fantastic acknowledged having his kids. That's right, he did acknowledge having his kids already. Franklin Richards is a powerhouse. Yeah, I've heard different things about Franklin Richards. I gotta get back into my comic reading. I've been slipping for the past few years. I gotta get back into it. But yeah, he did mention.
I got a massive comic collection. I bet some of them is worth some money right now.
Man,
I had all the original Spider-Mans. The 1960s ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're talking about. My uncle had all that stuff. They let that shit go, man. That's like, damn, y'all crazy. Anyway, so they get there, and then he finally finds a Doctor Strange that's alive. And this Doctor Strange already had the Darkhold. He was already trying to, hold on to it. And they get into this weird ass fight with the fucking music.
Piano.
Yeah, with the music shit.
Notes.
Yeah, music notes. He beats that Doctor.
He was evil.
Yeah, so
evil Strange.
Yeah, so he ended up beating that Doctor Strange. He ended up beating that Doctor Strange, and at this point they've already lost America Chavez, if I'm not mistaken. They've already lost America Chavez. So they're trying to get to her. They're trying to figure out how to get to her. So they go to the Sorcerer Supreme in this dimension. He had the third eye and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then
because of the Darkhold.
Yeah.
Because he was playing with he was doing the dark spells he shouldn't have been messing with the whole time.
Yeah. So, he had the Darkhold on him. And so Doctor Strange from 616 beats him, sends him out the window, fucking impales him on the gate. Right.
Oh yeah, that was sick.
That shit was sick. My wife was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" So
it's a violent movie.
Yeah.
It's like Fatality, Mortal Kombat.
Right. So he asked his ex or whatever in that dimension, or the dimension they just came from, to watch him because he was going to have to what's the word? What they call it? I forgot what they call it. Something walking. I forgot. Basically, possess the body of their doppelganger that's in whatever dimension. Right? They can't physically be there, but they can kind of take over. So
dream walking, wasn't it?
Yeah, dream walking. So basically, she was like, it was like, how you plan to do that? And rewind back to the dead Doctor Strange that America Chavez had put the sheet over to prove that they're from another dimension. He brings him back from the dead.
Wow.
Right? And I'm like, there you go with the what? There you go the zombies, the Marvel zombies right there. Right? Because this shit was in the what if, right?
Right.
So,
but he was so with the zombie, right? Doctor Strange was using that zombie because he didn't want to touch the dark magic, but he could touch, what I'm saying? He could use that guy as his proxy, right? Couldn't he? Was that what the game plan was?
I feel like it was, but I think he touched the dark magic once he beat the one Doctor Strange.
He has some of it on him? I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
he was trying to get the book off him. That's why they started fighting.
Right, he had the Darkhold with him, I guess, but I thought that he was going to try to use the zombie as a proxy, so he wouldn't get a lot of dark energy on him.
But I think he used the Darkhold to do the dream walk.
Oh, okay.
So he got the zombie Doctor Strange. He get the zombie Doctor Strange, and he makes a fucking cloak out of demons, right? After he get a hold on the demons and shit like that. Flies to wherever the hell they at, and somewhere in the mountains at this
felt like we was watching Constantine for a little bit there.
Exactly. Yeah, it did give me a Constantine.
It's like, what is this craziness?
Yeah, it gave me Constantine vibes, right? So you're right about that. So I'm sitting there and he's fighting, he doing this thing. He actually holding his own against her, and then Scarlet Witch, she ended up besting him, right? She ended up besting him. She started to look like what she was doing was starting to decay the body a lot faster or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So then America Chavez out of nowhere, with Doctor Strange saying I believe in you, fucking figures out how to use her powers right there on the spot.
That's all she needed was a man's encouragement.
right. She had a man
to empower her.
Right. That's all she needed, a man's encouragement, even though she came from a fucking dimension full of women and women empowerment, and she wasn't sure about herself, and then all the doctors.
She needed to hear from Kevin Samuels this one time.
You're not a 6. You're not a 6. So she figured out how to use her powers all of a sudden, and now she starts whooping Scarlet Witch's ass, and then Scarlet Witch was like, all right, that's enough of this shit. And then she fucking was ready to kill her, and then she was like, all right, I'm gonna give you what you want, which was smart. So, they basically put a mirror in front of Scarlet Witch, almost literally. She opened up a dimension where her kids were alive. She goes through, and the kids were fucking afraid of her, right? And they were calling for their real mother. The witch is here or whatever, and the mother, which is her, her doppelganger, goes to try to protect the kids. And then she tosses her ass across the fucking room. And then I guess she had a come to Jesus moment where she was like, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I mean?
Now.
Right.
After you've been killed everybody.
Right. And what she said, she said, I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to hurt anybody. Like, you just killed a lot of people.
You killed all the sorcerers.
Right. All the sorcerers.
Dude was on the first day of the job.
Yeah.
Got rid of him.
Right. Right, he's still probably hiding to this day, and that's how. And then she ended up bringing the whole fucking temple down on herself, which some people say she dead. I'm like, you didn't see her die, so she's not dead. You know what I mean? Like, if you didn't see her die in the movie, she's not dead. You know, plus the Scarlet Witch. I'm sure she's somewhere, right? And if they want to bring her back, they already established the multiverse theory. They can always do it. Like I said, that's their lazy way of making shit work. If they don't like it, if it didn't work, they can do that. You know what I mean? So, so fast forward. You know, I'll leave the Easter egg alone. I'll let you guys see that. You know, I figure I spoiled enough of the movie. I just told you the whole goddamn movie. Now, my opinion on the movie, I thought it was a good movie. I like Sam Raimi. I like his take on things. I thought it was great. The way he was using horror to bring it to Doctor Strange. The plot, I feel like they oversold the movie, and people thought it was going to be all of this like cameos and this and that and this wild time, and all it was just WandaVision extended, right?
Mm-hmm. With some what if
with a little what if sprinkled on it, right? I think they oversold it, and that's what disappointed a lot of people. You know what I mean? However, the plot was a good plot. I think they should have established a little more, even though they took like just 5 minutes. It took 5 minutes to establish America Chavez. You know what I mean? Which she was. Is she a mutant? You know what I mean? Which I think they're trying to say she's a mutant from another dimension. You know, they should have established her a little better. You ain't had to do a whole hour on it. Just a couple minutes. Just a couple of minutes. You know what I mean? We get the gist of it. I'm happy for the most part. They kept agenda out of it. You know what I mean? For the most part, like the whole my moms and shit like that. You know, apparently that's written into her canon. So, you know, that's what it is. You know, the whole thing with they killed Professor X. He's supposed to be what, the most powerful.
She did the Freddy Krueger on him.
Yeah,
she entered into his dream.
Right.
And got rid of him.
I'll see you in your nightmares. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know what I mean? And like she snapped this nigga neck. He's supposed to be the most powerful mutant other than her, and he didn't stand a chance against her at that point in time. Like, killed him immediately. Killed Mr. Fantastic immediately. Killed Black Bolt immediately. But Captain Marvel and Captain Carter was able to fucking hold her off for like 10 minutes. Like, get out of here. Like, come on, guys. Like, that was just kind of far-fetched. If she gonna lay waste to those two, you know what I mean? And she should have laid waste to all four of them that fast. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know, but I get a movie. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. It was a good movie. It wasn't trash. It was a good movie. It was a good plot. It was well thought out. It was some things that we could have done without. It's some shit that they should have added. Like I said, a little more backstory on America Chavez. I love multiverse shit. That's why I like the movie so much. I love multiverse shit. You know what I mean? I don't care what it is. Even if, like, you know, even with like Flashpoint and shit like that. You know what I mean? I love that type of stuff. You know, so, like, but I also get what my man Young Ripper be talking about with the tokenization of characters and Marvel being lazy. This is how they're going to retcon their, you know, the characters that they want to retcon. I'm sure we'll see like a gay Spider-Man and Captain America or some shit soon. You know, that's what they want. That's what they want. That's what they want to do. You know what I mean? Let me see. Martian X Manhunter says, Mount Wandagore, where she was actually born in the comics. Okay, got you. That's right. That's the temple. Franklin Richards' avatars are more powerful than him. So basically, many avatars of the avatars, dark side creatures in terms of power. Oh shit. Okay. Canon, that third eye is the eye of Armageddon. Okay, meaning they reached a higher level, the first sorcerer supreme. Okay. All right, I knew, like, cause I remember, I vaguely remember when I was younger, Doctor Strange having a third eye. I remember that.
Yeah, but that was when he was using. That wasn't through the Darkhold though. That was when he was having to use it through the I thought through the necklace part, right? That's when
the
he was
Eye
doing
Agamotto.
that's when he was doing like that's when he was doing like his magic was coming through in a good positive energy way. And in the film, what the Darkhold, that third eye was like through negative energy, vibration and stuff.
I gotta read up on that. You got Boss Hog here saying that third eye was the Eye of Agamotto. That was actually the physical Eye of Agamotto, which is interesting. Because they were saying the Eye of Agamotto was the Soul Stone in the comics. Now he actually has a physical third eye, which could very well be the actual Eye of Agamotto. But
Yeah,
I give it a 7 out of 10. So what you think?
Oh, I guess. Look, I'm gonna break my breakdown would be, because I saw it and I mean, you know, on the surface level, I'm just like, oh, okay, they did a lot of gore stuff and like that. And what was the whole point of it really though? Because she was just having a bad day and missed her Hexcraft created kids,
Right.
you know. And I was like, well, really, this was just to like maybe set up secret wars or something like that.
Right,
I'm guessing,
right.
because it really wasn't like the episode. It was like episodic in a way. Then there was a lot of good points, like the way that they depicted Strange and all that. But yeah, it was alright. It wasn't. To me, it was, you know, it wasn't anything spectacular. I guess because I think that my expectation was your expectation, that this had more to do with like the overall next phase of things, rather than just like a side quest of Wanda, Vision, of America Chavez, and of Doctor Strange. I didn't catch it. That's what they were going with. If I had known that that's what they were going with, then I think it would have come across a little bit, you know, different for me. But it was just all right. And but I guess if I'm looking at it, I think overall it was allegory, and a little bit of predictive programming.
Okay.
We have so, and for me, I was seeing it. I was like, the Scarlet Witch. She had all that red surrounding her,
Right.
and she was from the red. It's called the Red Kingdom of what's his name, Sokovia.
Okay.
Which that's like an allegory for Russia, because in the comics, like, Sokovia is right there where Ukraine is, Ukraine and Russia and the power of the communist nations. And so they have this, like, in real life, you know, they had this alliance with Red China.
Okay.
And you just had that film that came out called Turning Red,
All right.
which is about the power, you know, the red power. So you get all this red power on the Scarlet Witch's side. Then you have this blue power over there with America.
Right.
And we're America. And Scarlet Witch is like representing like China and Russia. And her adversary is America, and she's coming after America. And I thought that was the whole allegory that they were trying to slip by us, that would go over everybody's head. But I thought that's what they were going with.
I get it to you.
You know, cause you notice she always had that color blue.
Right.
And we're talking about the blue wave is coming again.
Yeah.
For the Democrats, for our nation of America. And it's just like that trope of red versus blue. And in the Scarlet Witch, she was trying to get America on that, you know, that sacrificial thing where she was trying to sacrifice her, so she could open this hole or doorway to these portals, so she could go in and out of them. Which means, you know, like her twins were created by Hexcraft, which is like saying the number 6. And so in the film, they had those two Earths, which were the twins. Like we said, Elizabeth Olsen, she's related to the Olsen twins. So this whole dynamic between yin and yang, and two Earths and two Doctor Stranges, and everything revolving around twins.
Right.
With even the character is Quicksilver's sister, right? Or twin. So that's why I was like, okay, so maybe this is more or less not so much. Felt to me that it was more or less them having an allegory for everything that's going on in today's world, rather than anything having to do with Doctor Strange and everything like that. Like that's all the surface level stuff. Damn. And so I thought that, you know, because they have, okay, so look at this. They had Earth 838, right?
Yeah. And
that was the home to the Illuminated ones, like you said. Then they had Earth 616. That represents our own Earth, right? But what did this red girl do? she dispensed with the illuminated ones,
Mm-hmm.
and the illuminated ones was represented by Great Britain, the U.S.
Yes.
and yeah, and other spots.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking like this is like the setup in real life.
The UN out there,
Like
yeah.
it's like Russia and China
Mm-hmm.
alliance, they could take out each of those groups.
Yeah.
And she was coming after America.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? This is an allegory for these other powers to be. These other powers to be coming after America. And they had that whole she created Billy and Tommy. And in the movie, I don't know if you caught it, but Billy and Tommy are sitting there and they say the greatest baseball team of all time was the 2003 Detroit Tigers. You remember that part?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. They were sitting on the couch discussing it.
Right. In real life, the Detroit Tigers, 2003, they started the season 3-22, which is 3-2-2. You know what 3-2-2 is?
What's that?
That's the Skull and Bones number.
Oh shit. Okay.
So they were saying something that's gonna fly over everybody's head again. The 2003 Detroit Tigers were the worst. We're in the year of the Tiger right now, and the 2003, when the year of the Tiger, well, I mean not the year of the Tiger, that was the year of the GOAT.
Okay.
In 2003, 2003, what event happened? What world event happened with W?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Gulf War.
Yeah.
Gulf War Part 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that was the year of the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Look back, what happened in the previous year of the GOAT? Gulf War Part 1. And the Twins won to win the World Series.
Okay. Oh shit.
Go back further. What was the previous year of the GOAT? The 6-Day War, 1967.
Man. Okay.
So go forward. If you following along, 6-Day War, Gulf War 1, Gulf War 2,
Yeah.
Syria War.
Right.
2027 is your next year of the GOAT. They got something going on.
Oh my gosh.
And that's what they was pointing to. So you have these two Earths, okay? You have two twin boys, two Doctor Stranges. You have one evil, one good. You got the Scarlet Witch. You got Elizabeth Olsen. She's related to Mary Kate and Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
So they're telling us about duality, or the power of two forces, or a cosmic yin and yang, like I said, black and white, red and blue. And in our reality, our Earth is subjected to that whole idea about hexcraft, which is,
Right.
In the movie, she used hexcraft to create the twins.
Right.
In our reality, they always talk about 6. 6 is consummated in everything.
Right.
They talk about January 6th, 6 feet deep, Roku,
Mm-hmm.
the 6-Day War, like I just mentioned, which was in the year of the GOAT, 6 feet apart. And the twins talking about that thing with the 3-2-2, they just got me thinking, well, they're talking about something for 2027. And in reality, the U.S. Defense Department had a report that came out in 2021, about in December, that said by 2027, Russia and China will have access to 1,000 warheads, and that they believe that in that time period, they believe that that's when China is going to make its move against Taiwan. And also in that same time period, June 6th of 2027 is when some of those asteroids they've been talking about will make their closest approach to Earth.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I was just thinking, you know what? I think mostly it's just allegorical. It's reminding us of these powers of 6s, this 3-2-2, and I think that it's just showcasing how there's this how there's these other superpowers that could easily take out our superpowers if they wanted to. And I think that that's the allegorical message behind the whole thing.
Right. And at the end of the day, it wasn't brute force that beat the superpower, the powerful person. It was morality.
Mm-hmm.
The true good over evil. You know what I mean? No, I completely agree with you. Martian X Manhunter says, first Sorcerer Supreme represents the Council of 33, which is 33 master Freemasons that have reached the 33rd degree and are the head of the different sects of Freemasonry. He also says the Council on 33 controls global Freemasonry and are based in DC. They also use the eye on pyramid to reaching the highest level of enlightenment. He who bears a flame, which according to my man Boss, he said, Doctor Strange with the third eye, or would look like the all-seeing eye, has reached the highest level of Sorcerer Supreme. That's interesting. Martian also says similar to Doctor Strange is in the Illuminated ones. Wow, because Washington warns of the Illumination infiltrating the Scottish Rite Freemasonry, the sect that broke away control from the Catholic Church. Damn. Spitting that knowledge. But I completely agree with you. I never, it could, and it sound like when you break it down like that, yeah, like they were trying to make an allegory to, like you said, the communist red countries versus America, and defying all odds, America won. You know what I mean? And that makes a whole lot of sense. So, what would you give the movie?
I don't know, 6. You average at best, Doctor Strange. No, I don't know. It's it was all right, but to me, at the end of the day, I was just catching all the symbolism of it and just feeling like this doesn't seem like it's the script. It seems like it's allegorical more than it is anything else. More than it is trying to explain character development. More than it is trying to explain a plot, because a lot of people will say, well, it's messy. And the little hits and little symbolism that you get, like saying that the Detroit Tigers are the greatest team, why would you even need to throw that in there? Right. They'll say, well, the director, he was a fan of the 2003. But then the whole film is about magic and hexcraft and symbolism and witchcraft and the occultism and stuff like that. So it's harder for them to just slip it in there and be like, oh, well, we just slipped that in there by accident. Pay no attention to us. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Right.
And I'm really thinking that they went with this with half an idea, baked up idea, but more so to say that let's go ahead and showcase the world and make an allegory. Of course, this will go over everybody's head, but we'll showcase the world. What could be ahead. That maybe their powers that be are stronger than a lot of our powers that be, and our powers that be are going to be taken down a little bit, but going to bounce back in the end, hopefully.
Yeah.
I think that's what the whole spiel was to me. It seemed like.
I agree. Brown suede. This man went deeper than the Mariana Trench, and I loved every minute of it.
What was my?
Spit up, you two, Hotep and Bill. He loved it.
Kufi on tight.
But shit, you went deep, man. When you break it down like that, that's exactly what it sounds like they were trying to do. When you look at it from that aspect, from that lens.
Yeah, you give like the adversary in the film is named America Chavez.
Yeah. America
and the Latinos.
Yeah.
You get it's all packaging everything in there allegorically.
Right.
To let you know this is that side. This is the North American alliance. Mm-hmm. This is the Russian-China alliance over here. Yeah. You even have, what's his name? Wong.
Yeah, Wong.
Wong helps her temporarily.
Right. Until
he breaks free from her.
Yeah.
Is that what we're going to see with China and Russia? Is it going to be a temporary alliance and then breaking free?
That's interesting. Yeah. Damn. Well, anyway, that's all I got for this movie, man. You heard it. I say 7.5 out of 10. My man Jay said he give it a 6. It's average at best. You know what I mean? So let's see what our poll did. Let's see what it did. 1 second. So I said, was Multiverse of Madness worth seeing? 69% said yes, 30% said no. Hey, it is what it is. Anyway, hope I spoiled the whole fucking movie. So if you want to go still see it, I say go for it. Go see it. I never thought people talking about a movie and giving certain things away ever ruined a movie. You know what I mean? If it's a good movie, it's a good movie despite somebody saying something. You know what I mean? But that's just me. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. It's getting late. I'm going to go to bed. I got an early morning tomorrow. So for Jay Pylon, this is Cannon Hotep saying stay safe, stay well, stay strapped. Don't be fucking with no witches. We holla at y'all.